Alrighty, in this video I'm going to be doing a iON sync install on these Altra Solstice XT3s. It's got this divot on the midsole, and this shoe is a stack height of 23, but with this divot it's probably closer to like 15 millimeters thick right there. So if we're looking at the iON sync instructions, 15 millimeter is a large iON sync. And it also, as you can see, it's saying a size 6 hole punch for the large. So I'm going to be using the bigger of the two hole punches. I'm going to loosen up these laces a bit. And I like to just tuck the tongue into the toe, get it out of the way. We're leaving the insole in the shoe. And then we're gonna put it up on our anvil, block anvil. And we're kind of figuring out where we want to put the iON sync plug. And based on this chart, I'm thinking kind of right at this little intersection between these two lines. So we got the hole punch, maybe a little bit further forward, like right there. And I hold it down with a little bit of pressure on top of the block. All right. Just poking out the foam, so we got our hole right there. And now I'm going to grab my large iON sync plug. This is a variety pack that comes with 3 units or 3 pairs of 3 different sizes. And here we got the large. So now I'm going to insert the large plug through the hole from the inside. And then I'm gonna press on it with my hand from the inside as I pull from the outside. And then the barb gets caught on the outside. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut this flush with the tread. And before I do that, I'm gonna kind of shove it down to make sure that it's not stretched from pulling it through. And here I'm using a pair of these like wire cutters. You could also use like a more normal pair of wire cutters or razor blade, but I'm gonna use this one. And you always want to like err on the side of keeping it long, because it's gonna wear itself out and flush itself with the tread. So there we go. We got the iON sync installed through these Altra Solstice, and now you can see it on the inside. It's about flush with the insole. And again, this is a 23 millimeter Altra shoe, but it's got this big divot in the midsole that allows you to install the larger iON sync plug. Alrighty, here I'm going to do the second pair of shoes from Altra. They're Solstice XT. Loosen up the laces, shove the tongue into the toe to get it out of the way, and then I flip the shoe onto the block anvil and balance it over where I want to cut that hole to install the plug. And I'm going to do it right over the second end in inner flex. Hold it down with some pressure. And there we go, we got the hole cut through. You can see what came out. So that plus that plus that. And then we're installing that plug. And when this is under compression, it's actually a really good fit for that plug. And then we feed the large ion sink plug through the hole from the inside. And then we're going to apply pressure with this hand and pull with the other. And you can wear or use a pair of pliers for this if you need. And now we're going to push the plug back to make sure it's not stretched out. And then we are going to cut it flush with the tread, maybe a little bit long, because it can wear out and flush itself with the tread on its own. Don't want to cut it short. So there we go. There's the ion sink install on these Altra Solstice.